Bestselling author stops by Lindsay Library, Kawartha Lakes. On May 16, 1943, the Royal Air Force 617th Squadron launched a bombing assault on 2 German dams that destroyed 2 power stations, damaged factories and mines, and killed roughly 1,600 civilians. Dubbed Operation Chastise, the legendary secret mission is the inspiration behind Ted Barris's latest best-selling book, Dam Busters: Canadian Airmen and the Secret Raid Against Nazi Germany. On Tuesday, February 26th, the celebrated Canadian author will stop by the Lindsay Public Library at 6:30 p.m. to share the true story of the night that changed the Second World War. The secret raid against Germany's Ruhr River dams took years to plan, involved an untried bomb, and included the best air crews Allied Bomber Command could muster, many of them Canadian. The raid marked the first time the Allies tactically took the war inside Nazi Germany. Every one of the 133 airmen on the mission understood the odds of survival were low. Of the 19 bombers outbound, 8 did not return. The operation cost the lives of 53 airmen, including 14 Canadians. Of the 16 RCAF men who survived, 7 received military decorations for valor. Dam Busters is Barris's 18th nonfiction book, published by HarperCollins. 2 days following its release last fall, the book landed on the Globe and Mail's bestseller list, where it remained for 7 weeks straight. His previous book, The Great Escape, a Canadian story, won the Libri Nonfiction Book Award. The free presentation takes place in the meeting room located on the bottom floor at the library. Light refreshments will be served. Barris will be available to chat following his presentation. The reading is supported by funds from the Friends of the Lindsay Library.
Scugog Budget Open House being held February 20th. Dan Kearns, Scugog. Scugog residents will get a chance to look at the Township of Scugog's proposed 2019 operating and capital budgets at an open house event on Wednesday, February 20th. The event will be held at the Scugog Memorial Public Library starting at 6:30 p.m. Residents are invited to come to ask questions to Township staff as well as provide input on the budget. Everyone is invited, Scugog Mayor Bobby Drew said. In December, Council approved setting a target tax rate of 3.9%. This includes a 2.4% regular increase, plus a 1% special levy for roads and infrastructure, and a 0.5% special levy dedicated for vehicles and equipment. Following the open house, the municipal budgets are expected to come back to Council for approval on March 4th. The municipal budgets are expected to come back to Council for approval on March 4th.
Bruins clinch first place in Orr Division. Marlowe Stanfield, special to the Standard. It was a record-setting season for the Uxbridge Bruins en route to first finish in the Provincial Junior Hockey League, PJHL, Orr Division's regular season standings. Over the weekend, the Bruins established a new franchise record for wins, with 33 in the season, as well as tying the franchise record with the 2001-2002 edition of the team for points with 68. The Bruins dethroned the North Kawartha Knights by a score of 3-1 at the Bear Den on Friday night before putting an exclamation point on the campaign with a shutout victory over the Georgina Ice in Sutton on Sunday afternoon. With the Knights still in the race for first place, the stakes were high for Uxbridge's final regular season home game. Through the first 20 minutes, the goaltenders stole the show, with both sides scoreless for the first period. The second period saw the two teams trade goals, with Michael Rennie lighting the lamp for Uxbridge. Just over 3 minutes into the third period, Aidan Riley restored Uxbridge's advantage with an unassisted goal. At the midpoint of the third, Jackson Savory added an insurance marker that bounced in off the skate of a North Kawartha defender. Holding a bye to the Orr Division semifinals, the Bruins are now enjoying a week away from game action, awaiting the winner of their preliminary series between Clarington and Port Perry. Playoff action for the Bruins is set to get underway on Family Day, Monday, February 18th, in the afternoon at Uxbridge Arena, with a special Skate with the Bruins event to follow. Please check uxbridgebruins.com or the team's social media accounts for more information on playoff matchups and game times.
Mojacks earn split. Get ready for series against Eagles. Dan Kearns, Scugog. The Port Perry Mojacks earned a split in their final 2 regular season tune-up games before a best-of-3 playoff series against the Clarington Eagles. Before the game on Friday, February 8th, against the Georgina Ice, Mojacks head coach Tom Boyle told the Standard the coaching staff has been pushing the Mojacks players to start to elevate their game to a playoff-like level in their final regular season games. That's been the message. We want to start playing playoff hockey in the last 4 or 5 games, and I think we have competed well for the last 3 to 4 games, and we still have a couple left, and we expect to play hard in those games, he explained. Friday's game started off well for the Mojacks. Noah Donaghy had a first-period hat trick, and Owen Hurtubise scored the Mojacks' other goal of the period, giving Port Perry a 4-1 lead after 20 minutes of play. A little over 2 minutes into the second period, Liam Schweda struck on the power play, increasing the Mojacks' lead to 5-1. 40 seconds later, Mojacks captain Ben Shermetta found the back of the net, making it a 6-1 game. Over 4 minutes later, the Mojacks again capitalized on a power play, this time with Hurtubise's second goal of the game, and the Mojacks held a commanding 7-1 lead. A bit over 3 minutes later, the Ice would find the back of the net, cutting the lead to 7-2. But Donaghy scored his fourth goal of the game 3 minutes later, and Port Perry took an 8-2 lead into the intermission. In the third, Hurtubise would score his hat-trick goal after Noah Bray scored, and the Mojacks won the game 10-2. However, Port Perry wouldn't find the same results in their final game of the regular season at Scugog Arena against the Little Britain Merchants on Sunday, February 10th. Late in the first period, the Merchants cashed in first, taking a 1-0 lead on their 9th shot of the period. Little Britain scored twice more in the second period, including a power play goal, and held a 3-0 lead after 40 minutes of play. But, under 6.5 minutes into the third frame, Derek Risebrough scored to cut the deficit to 3-1. However, that was as close as they would get, as Little Britain scored 3 times in the third period and won the game 6-1. Little Britain outshot Port Perry 38-20 in the game. One-timers. The Mojacks will open the playoffs in Clarington at the Garnet B. Rickard Complex this Thursday, February 14th at 7:20 p.m. Game 2 at Scugog Arena will be on Saturday, February 16th at 7:50 p.m. Game 3, if necessary, will be held in Clarington on Sunday, February 17th. The winner of the best-of-3 series will face the Uxbridge Bruins in the division semifinals.
The Standard Podcast was produced by Greenstream Studio for the Standard newspaper.